me!
Freeze! Don't get frostbite.
This is long overdue.
Ha! Ha! Time for retribution! Ha! Ha!
Oh, so sorry. Cool it.
Burn!
No touching.
Ha!
For Rex Lepis! I must leave no...
Ha! Verdict is...
Don't get frostbite.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
I had a phase once where I did exactly what you're doing now. Constantly exploring dangerous domains and confronting powerful enemies. But what drove me to do it wasn't any of the rules from the Knights of Favonius handbook. It was my personal convictions. Conviction helps you rise above your wounds and fatigue, and guides you forward into the light of dawn.
I finished cleaning the place, and nobody needs my help right now. The dishes are washed, and the coffee and snacks I prepared as a thank you gift are ready to serve. If it's not too much of an imposition, would you mind giving me some guidance on my sword work?
Do you want to know the trick to drinking hard liquor? It's all about pacing yourself. Take a small sip, then give your taste buds some time to rest. The burning sensation spreads to your lips, then the aftertaste kicks in. Once you can take a breath in without tasting anything, then you can take your next sip. Stick to that pace, and even Death Afternoon loses its power over you. I like to think that the same principle applies in combat.
I don't know if the thought of the battles ahead is troubling you, but if so, I do have one suggestion to make. We should make sure we're well rested before we proceed. We could find a safe spot to have an afternoon nap, for example. I always strive to do things perfectly, but so often I find that the harder I push myself, the more mistakes I end up making.
Dodge this. Oh, so sorry.
Time for retribution! Ha! Ha!
Stray clouds converge!
Ta! Yeah. Ha! Ha!
Yeah! Scatter!
Verdict is... Ha!
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cool it.
Yeah! Skyward!
Time to clean up. I'll catch up.
Burn!
Leave it all to me.
Freeze.
Yeah! Scatter!
Ha!
Make way for the...
Don't get frostbite.
Yeah. Ta! Ha! Yeah. Ta! Ha! Time for retribution!
The floorboards need sweeping, the rugs need washing, maybe even replacing. And as for all those books on the shelves, looks like they could do with someone going through and organizing them a little better. You should go rest. Leave all that to me. Pushing myself too hard? No, I'm not. This is my way of relaxing.
Launching a direct offensive doesn't sound like the wisest strategy when we're up against powerful beings. That said, I'd sure like to spectate and see how things play out. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. I'm supposed to be one of the ones doing the fighting. All right, don't worry. I'll start taking this seriously.
When storytellers tell tales pertaining to oneself, they often resort to slapdash stitchwork derived from decrepit documents, garnished with a glut of aggrandizement. Entertaining, to be sure, but do not believe everything you hear. Of course, if you wish to hear the truth, you need only ask me. In fact, one is suddenly reminded of an old tale. It begins with a gathering of the Adepti at Dreyun Karst.
Sometimes a throwaway comment in a conversation outside of the battle can be the decisive factor in who wins and who loses. So even in the downtime between battles, I intend to stay alert and ready. Leave the intelligence gathering to me. You should rest.
Teamwork is trick! Attack! For Rex Lepis!
Let's get it on! You asked for it!
Fellow force there, I guess! Be a little lucky! Hiya! Hey then, born of ice and frost!
Buckle up!
Everybody stand back! This one's got your name on it! A proper send-off! From the speed, I can fix this! Access denied. Umbrella warfare!
Look alive!
Hey! Ha! Hey then, born of ice and foam!
Gloves off!
I'm going in! Hey there!
I wonder how tough things will get as we keep going. Funnily enough, that's a question I rarely ask myself. I've always felt that so long as I focus on doing everything within my power to complete all of my duties, I'll take whatever troubles lie ahead in my stride. And if that still doesn't solve the problem, well, that just means I didn't work as hard as I should have, right?
That rabble we fought sure picked the wrong crew to mess with. I'd say they won't make that mistake again. But we already made sure of that. With my skills and experience on your team, they don't stand a chance, no matter what they throw at us. I don't have eyes in the back of my head, though, so just make sure you got my back.
If it's okay with you, I think we should check all the pillars in this room, just to make sure they're sturdy. If I spend too long in one place, sooner or later, accidents happen. It's not me I'm worried about, but if I'm gonna keep on adventuring with you, we gotta make sure everybody else is safe.
Since we're having a break, how about we enjoy some sweet treats? If you want my recommendation, I'd say lemon cheesecake is the perfect choice for this occasion. Unlike macarons, it has a tartness to it, as well as the sweetness, which excites the taste buds and keeps you awake and alert. That way, we won't fall asleep reading. My guiding star! Cole, learn to command.
Verdict is...
Precision strike! Let's keep going.
Stars, shine fruit.
Neutralizing threat.
Time for retribution!
Not now. The night is cold.
Precision!
Don't be scared.
Burn!
My guiding stars.
Time for retribution!
Cold, lines of command. Not now. My guiding stars. Don't be scared.
You had your chance.
Burn!
Not now. Cold, lines of command.
Final warning.
Time for retribution!
A preliminary survey must be performed before delving into a domain. But here, if you don't mind resting here for a while more, I might be able to go and gather some useful intelligence. I'm nowhere near as good in combat as the others, but I want to make sure I do my part.
Maybe it would be nice to read something a little lighter for once. It would be a nice break from the academic texts I usually read. Oh, they give me such a headache. Actually, maybe not. I can't afford to relax yet, or I'll end up missing my next thesis deadline. I can't just rely on the stars' blessing to see me through. Oh, I have to put in the work myself. Boba, get them! You're toast!
Flood of frost! Beg for mercy. I condemn you! Stray clouds converge!
Nice and spicy!
Precision strike! Now's our chance!
Shudder! Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Crush! Freeze to the core! Beg for mercy! Eye for an eye!
Leave the wounded to me!
Eat this!
Skyward! Scatter! Seize the skies! Shudder! More speed. Vengeance will be mine. Crush! I condemn you! Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Make way for the...
Providing cover fire! Now's our chance!
Beg for mercy. Crush! Freeze to the core! Beg for mercy. Rack and ruin!
You're toast!
The scoundrels who slink around in here are fools, all of them. To posture menacingly before mortals is one thing, but to persist even after witnessing one's adeptus arts? It is sheer illiteracy in the face of manifestly legible writing on the wall. These dullards would be no match, even for one's 2 disciples, let alone oneself.
Only a handful of my more experimental dishes have made it onto the Wanmin restaurant menu. In most cases, it's because I think the texture isn't quite right, or the flavor needs a lot more work. But that doesn't mean I'm about to give up. I know there are tasty dishes out there waiting to be discovered, and I'll find them sooner or later.
Even if an enemy is strong enough to fend me off for today, that doesn't faze me. Sooner or later, they will get their comeuppance. My vengeance may not always be swift, but it is always final. In your case, though, I seriously doubt there are many enemies out there who have what it takes to send you away bearing a grudge.
Exploring this domain is no easy task, but please don't worry. I won't let everyone down. Grandmaster once told me that so long as I play to my strengths and contribute to the team, I'm doing my duty. I'll do my best, and I'm sure everyone else will do their part too.
Not now.
Try and stop me!
Stars, shine for orders given. Orders received. Wheel of life.
Incinerate!
Strike is one, and step.
Light it up! Light of the blazing sun!
Stories? What are those? Does writing them down mean you won't forget them? Are there any stories about Chi-Chi? I gathered the available data, did some analysis, and came up with some more effective battle strategies. Oh, I should write them down for her. I wonder if she'll be surprised when she wakes up. Well, sleepwalking time's almost up. Keep an eye on her in battle, won't you? Novels do have their poignant moments, but if I only read the text on the page, I can't help but feel like something is missing. It's only when I've brought a character to the stage that I'm truly able to feel all the emotions their story is meant to convey. There's truth to the saying that you can't see the mountain for what it really is when you're standing at the peak. But there are also breathtaking views that can only be beheld if you scale the summit.
How are you feeling? Getting used to the style of combat here? I gotta say, I'm growing to like this place. There are fun surprises everywhere, and it just feels free of any stress or tension. Let's take a short break, then dive into the next challenge.
Beg for mercy. Your grand finale! Eat this! Freeze to the core! Crush! Beg for mercy. More speed. Eye for an eye. Nice and spicy. And leap. Break a leg. And step. Shudder. Flood of frost. Beg for mercy. Rack and ruin. And leap. You're toast!
Good grief! Shudder!
Strike is one! Out of the frying pan, into the... And leap!
Take any character penned by any playwright from any point in history, and you'll find that not a single one of them fulfilled their destiny without first enduring many trials and tribulations. Though the road ahead is treacherous, fear not. With the aid of our companions and our wills united as one, we can surely overcome any obstacle.
Are you tired? I know a trick that works great. Imagine all the enemies you're facing as delicious ingredients. With all that tender, delicious-smelling food nearby, doesn't it just give you a big burst of energy? Huh? Hard to imagine. Maybe it's just me then.
Buckle up! Lights out! Transfixed! Overruled! Yeah! You can't run! Transfixed!
You intend to take a rest. I concur. You do look quite tired. Self-knowledge is a good trait to have. Better to walk at a slower pace if it means you will travel further in the end. I brought some coffee candies. Here, take one.
If you've got any work planned for this evening, I politely decline. I just finished some extremely grisly work, so I at least need to give myself a little break first. What kind of grisly? I intend to keep that to myself. Nothing to be happy about, that's for sure. The less you know, the better.
I don't see anything like woven scrolls we have in Natlan around here. And the books in the shelves are all fairy tales. I don't think I can learn anything useful from this material. Guess I'll just take a rock sample and analyze it back home.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Hey there! A proper send-up!
Hands where I can see them! Drop your weapons! Shiver! Stop right there! Watch out!
Feeling lucky?
You can't run! I'm going in!
Attack! Feeling lucky?
Let's light it up!
Feeling lucky?
Final warning! Lights out. Everybody stand back! You asked for it!
Coming at ya! Fire! Well, with rocks.
I know all these books are meant for children, but some of these stories are actually quite good. Here, for example. This one's the story of two parrots that sue each other. Each accuses the other of stealing a poem that they both claim to have written that morning. But since they only know how to imitate speech, the judge has no way of knowing who actually wrote the poem first. Such a fun story. Any chance I can borrow it?
It's a shame that I'm not allowed to drink in this place. But at least I don't have to deal with the sisters from the church fretting over every little thing. So it's got that going for it. You're not under any time pressure to get things wrapped up here, right? Well then here's what I suggest. Forget going into battle. Let's take it easy for a bit.
These monsters are stronger all the time. Probably 'cause I'm on the team, I bet. But the good news is, as the leader of Benny's adventure team, I've learned a lot about how to draw monsters' attention. I'll lure them out, and once they charge at me, you guys wait for the right moment to take them all down.
We'll have to break out the big guns if we want to show those domain dwellers who's boss. Oh, that didn't sound so different from something I'd say in a Spina meeting. I guess it's the same job at the end of the day, getting thugs and bullies to eat some humble pie. It's the only way they'll ever learn some manners.
Life goes on.
Rev the engines! Rev from the skies! Overruled! Full throttle! Light of the blazing sun!
Before I go on a long journey, I tend to leave the children of the House of the Hearth with some homework to complete in my absence. Many of them, however, simply play to their heart's content for most of the time I am gone, then rush to get their homework done in the final few days before my return. They believe I am none the wiser, but I have simply elected not to expose their chicanery. After all, to complete one's work in a short time frame is a skill in its own right.